The character of Matthew Scudder, erstwhile detective, then retired and becoming a private eye, has been in a ton of novels. I, full disclosure, have not read any of the novels, but the character has appeared in 2 cinematic versions now: Jeff Bridges' 8 Million Ways to Die, and Liam Neeson, A Walk Among the Tombstones. As good of an actor as Liam Neeson is, it was hard for me not to picture an older Jeff Bridges delivering a lot of those lines and being in this role, because I associate him with Scudder. 8 Million Ways to Die was nothing earth-shattering or groundbreaking. It was an interesting movie, but it was kind of hit and miss. What was great about it was Jeff Bridges' performance of Scudder as an officer of the law, struggling with his alcoholism and getting that part right. Recovering alcoholic myself, he does a fabulous job of getting drunk at precisely the wrong time, and when he comes to in the detox center, you feel that agony. Now some years have gone by, and the Liam Neeson version of Scudder has been sober for quite a while, but is still going to AA. The 12 steps of the program are a huge part of his life, and it's really fascinating how it works into the story. A series of horrific offenses have been committed against a group of drug traffickers who have their loved ones, usually their wife, abducted, held for ransom. Even when and if they pay the ransom, they get pieces of the body back or scattered around somewhere in the community to be found in plastic bags. They're the perfect victims because it's hard for them to go to authorities. It's hard for them to have any sort of public sympathy. And it allows the degenerate weirdos who really get their kicks off this to feel like they're doing something righteous, or maybe it's just because these guys and their families are easier targets. While Scudder resists the attempt to recruit him, at first he ends up drawn in, touched by the innocence of those who are being made to suffer, especially when we get to the crime lord, whose wife is already apparently comatose in a bedridden, sickened state, so they abduct his daughter, who's like barely a teenager. Very hit and miss, just like 8 Million Ways to Die. At the beginning, it feels like there's places where it's just kind of moving along and you're like, it's remotely interesting. But wow, does it ever build up near the end. There's an incredible, I can only liken it to the Godfather baptism scene with the final scene of confronting the bad guys over the abduction and the ransom and the kidnapped girl. There's the whole background of the 12 steps of AA being read at a meeting that is patched over it. It's just brilliant.